In this video, I'm gonna walk you through the 3 productivity hacks that got me to $3,000 per month at 19, and I'm gonna show you why you should do them, the benefits, the downsides of what you're probably doing now, and I also have a 4th hack that I'm gonna mention, but this here is very powerful. However, it is not applicable for me, so I'm gonna just touch a bit at the end of this video, so make sure to stick around at the end. So now that we've gotten your attention, hopefully, it's probably fried, but first hack is fasting. And you've probably heard about fasting. You've probably heard shit about fasting by your mom, probably your dad. Fasting is where you don't eat in the morning. And it's actually the first hack that got me to $3,000 per month. And I don't mean it directly, but if I didn't fast, I wouldn't be here. I mean, recording this video, probably because I would be working on my business, because I'm not going to be making any money if I didn't implement this hack first. And what is it? When you wake up, you have 2 choices. First one is to eat. And most of the times in the morning, I don't know why people think that they should eat milk and cereal. That's what I ate for 9 years, literally. Every single morning, I ate cereal, chocobos, or whatever, with milk. Or you have a second choice, which is the better one here. It's fasting. What you should do is fast for the first 4 hours in the morning. Why? I mean, I've compared them. First scenario, you wake up, you're probably playing on your phone because, by the way, those hacks here are for business. What are you going to do if you're not playing on the phone? You're probably going to be working. But let's walk you through the first scenario where you eat your cereal. First, you're probably going to wake up, you're not going to know what to do because you don't have a specific morning routine. That's probably what happens when you eat in the morning, because I did eat in the morning, not because I was hungry, but I just thought that what I was supposed to do. But before that, I was playing on my phone. Maybe you're doing this too. Then when I wake up, I play on my phone for 1-2 hours. Then I go to eat. I'm happy. What happens after I eat? I go to work. Maybe you don't even go to work. And you're just asleep at work. Not directly, but your whole system is digesting the food. Your energy and the energy that you got from your sleep is literally going towards processing food again, right when you wake up at your peak hours. But what happens if you fast for 4 hours in the morning? You wake up, literally the first thing you do is go to work. Maybe brush your teeth. It's gonna be good. Second is you actually work like a ninja. And this is a ninja. And you do a lot of work because your most productivity, your peak productivity is going to be in the morning. This is when you have the most energy. Your brain is not fried with all of the things that you have to do in the day, like social media. Maybe you have some tasks later on the day. Maybe your family wants to do something. No, in the morning you are free. Your brain is not currently diluted with all of the other things that you have to do. It's just going towards work. All of your focus and energy in the morning, that's your peak energy, is going towards work. This is your best hours. And what you're going to do, you're going to just finish your task list. You're going to do tasks and you're going to be very good. And you're going to be probably successful and make a lot of money if you do that. Now, the first one is going to be you have breakfast. Those are 2 scenarios, and I'm going to give you the columns. This is the first column, breakfast. This is the second, fasting. What are the benefits and what are the downsides? Let's go with fasting. First, you're going to have a energy dip. Why? Because your peak energy is in the morning and you're going to use it to do what? Process food, really? Second is reduced focus. This literally has you probably have it every single day. You've just been conditioned to think that it's normal. You have brain fog and you're distracted because of digestion. The next one is unstable blood sugar. What it does is it causes blood sugar spikes and crashes. And this is because rapid release of, glucose that lead to fatigue. Fourth one is morning sluggishness, and you just feel sluggish or just lethargic due to, by the way, those you probably see that I've not read them because I just copy pasted them online because I wanted this video to be actually valuable and actually have real data. Those are checked facts. So this is not bro science, most of it. You feel sluggish or lethargic due to an insulin spike and serotonin production. I don't know what this means. I don't give a fuck. I feel sluggish when I eat in the morning, and you should And you shouldn't do it too. Time consuming, as I said, takes away your most valuable time with your peak energy in the morning. Now, what if you fast? Well, you have high energy. This is every time in the morning. You have the most energy possible in the whole day. What it does is it preserves energy for the most important tasks. And you don't eat and you go straight to work. And you use your peak energy for work, not eating, right? Focus and clarity. This has been proven to enhance mental clarity and focus. Increased fat loss if you're fat. It promotes fat loss and better energy balance. Next is you actually have improved mood, especially if you take a cold shower, by the way. Combine those two and it's perfect. You have better mood regulation and emotional stability due to not having an insulin spike in your what? In the morning. And you're not crushing your blood sugar levels, right? And you have more work time because eating in the morning usually takes about an hour, because what you do is you scroll on your phone, you go to eat, you probably eat with your phone, maybe you go to work, and this is the terrible time of the day because you're actually working. I mean, you're trying to put in the hours, but you're just not productive and you're not getting anything done. And what you have is more work time. This saves time because you go straight to making money and doing the most important tasks, right? So this is fasting. Very good. I mean, if I had to rank them, fasting is probably the second most important one in this list. Let's go with the second one. And this is hack number 2. That is no sugar. Now, I know that you probably want to click off the video. You don't want to follow this advice. But if you actually want to be productive, if you actually want to make money, if you actually want to have a business, probably, you're going to have to do a lot of work. And what is probably going to stop you in your way of actually wanting to succeed is going to be your productivity. You're not going to do enough work because in the early days, your work time and your productivity is going to be the most important thing. It's actually still the most important thing for me. I don't have a whole team that I need to manage. I have to make decisions, but they are not decisions that cannot be reversed. So for now, in your state, you probably just need to work as much as possible, as productive as possible. So you don't need to eat sugar. And let me do that. Don't eat sugar. Let's go. But that's the second hack. And I'm currently not doing it. Every single thing of those except this one because I cannot do it, I've implemented. This is what got me to $3,000 per month. And it's going to get me to 10, 100, and so on per month. So second hack is no sugar. Again, you have two choices of what to eat. And most of the times, it's probably going to be either shit food or food that doesn't have any sugar. And that's sugar. That's not an ice cube. I didn't find a better icon. Sorry. What this does when you eat those, by the way, sugar, especially for me, when I discovered this, that I shouldn't eat sugar, I didn't know what sugar meant, really. Sugar is actually present in every single food you probably eat outside. That's snacks and processed foods that are packaged. Snacks, burgers, fries, cola, and chocolate. And every other thing that you can probably imagine that is not meat, eggs, rice, potatoes, sweet potatoes, and some vegetables. So yeah, you're probably gonna get restricted a lot, and I know you probably don't want to do it. However, if you just try to restrict it, don't eat most of the times, just ignore the foods that you have in this picture. Those are the worst ones. Have you ever tried to like work after eating 3 hamburgers, fries, chocolate, and cola, and snacks? You don't do shit and work. You're just there sitting, you probably fall asleep. Yeah, those are not productive hours, and what this does, eating this food here, is it stimulates your dopamine and it makes you happy. This arrow, actually is not pointed towards unhappy. It's actually pointed here, but I cannot move it. I don't know why. And it stimulates your dopamine system. And what happens is your dopamine system, by the way, works as a motivational force. So what happens is this dopamine, you get happy after you eat this food, but it goes down every single minute after you eat it, and you're just going to go again here. So in the short term, eating this food is actually going to be better for you in terms of being happy, 10 minutes after that, you're gonna be feeling sluggish and terrible. So if you didn't know, you should implement this into your life, and that's called what? Delayed gratification. So eating sugar is probably not gonna be fun. I'm currently doing it. It's not fun. I mean, I don't have any taste in my mouth. That's the problem. When I eat, it's very bland. I don't taste anything, but it makes me money. So what happens when you eat sugar? Stress levels. High sugar intake can elevate your cortisol and increase the stress in your body. You don't want that. Energy crashes. Again, short-term energy boost followed by a crash leading to fatigue. And I would say eating sugar, depending on what kind of, I mean, most of the times every single kind of sugar does have glucose, but sweet potatoes, rice, some fruit, not all fruit, but some fruit that have low glucose, those are good ones, and those are apples and what is it? I forgot. Apples. Poor focus, high sugar, and I mean sugar highs and lows can cause brain fog and impair concentration. I should have just checked them before I put them here because it has words that I don't even know. But this can cause brain fog and impair concentration, and your mind goes into a million different directions, and that's part of the reason you mindlessly scroll on social media. And this is, by the way, I have a 30-day challenge where I'm gonna remove every single bad habit that I have, and it's probably gonna take me just 2 months. But the first one was sugar, and I removed sugar first. The second one is probably short form content, because sugar is actually the cause of me, maybe not in your situation, but is the cause of me to actually watch short form content. Because when do I watch it? When I'm feeling tired and when I think that I want to break. That's when I eat those foods, and then I have a sugar crash, and then I go and lay down on my bed and watch short form content. So if you want to actually quit short form content, most of your bad habits, by the way, quit sugar first. Focus on the cause, and that's sugar. Next one is weight gain. If you're fat, again, this is not going to help you because excess sugar converts to fat, contributing weight gain, and overeat. You're likely to overeat because it's addictive and it does disrupt your hunger regulating hormones, and you eat when you're not hungry, in simple terms, and you have massive cravings. Sugar acts like a drug, leading to addiction and constant cravings, and that leads to you wanting it more, and every time you eat it, it creates a never-ending loophole and you're trapped inside it. So you can just quit sugar like that. But you can quit sugar for a day, not eat it, see how I feel like. You're probably going to crave it the next day a lot. However, try to do it how... I mean, I did it instantly, but most of your problem are going to have that much of a discipline. You're probably going to eat, your mom is going to cook something delicious, and you're going to want to eat it. So try to do it not instantly, but just reduce the volume by 50%. Maybe today, the next day 40. I don't know. I'm not an expert in how to quit sugar. I did it instantly, but it's not going to work for everyone probably. No sugar. This is the best scenario, and it's going to do 5 things. Lower stress levels, because lower cortisol levels leading to reduced stress and anxiety. Stable energy levels, which is what you want when you want to work, because if you have highs and lows, you're probably not gonna do very well of a job, right? So constant energy throughout the day without any crashes. Improved focus. Better focus and mental clarity without sugar induced brain fog. You can focus all of your energy onto one thing and not into a million different things, which is what happens when you eat sugar. Weight loss, if you're fat, avoiding sugar helps maintain a healthy weight because of reduced likelihood of overeating, and it's stabilizing. Reduced likelihood of overeating by stabilizing your blood sugar levels and decreases cravings for high calorie foods. And this is bad if you're bulking. However, because I'm not currently not fasting, but I'm trying to gain weight, but I'm training for a triathlon and I do need to cut weight a bit. However, it's getting out of control, and it's probably because of sugar, because I don't want to eat that often because I'm not stimulated to eat food because it's not tasty. And second, sugary foods tend to have more calories. So what happens is that I'm currently losing weight, but it's probably gonna be fat, so I don't care. Next is better overall health, reduced risk of chronic diseases, and improved long-term health, which is nice, I think. Let's go with the third hack, and this is the last hack until we get to the fourth one, and that's gonna be walks. What do you mean by walks? Now, you wanna click out the video, so let's go fast. What happens when you eat? First, we have around 3 choices. I'm giving you choices, so it's easier for you to understand. You either have the choice to eat a low-calorie meal, which is gonna be probably 2 sandwiches with ayran, if you're from Bulgaria, and probably gonna be 1 bowl of, what is it, porridge with strawberries. That's probably gonna be 400 calories. What you need to do every time you eat, no matter how many calories, I'm gonna walk you to the other ones, you have to include a short walk. And I'm gonna walk you through why it helps and the science behind it. But for 400 calories, I saw that it suggests 5 minutes. I mean, it says 10, but you probably need to work, and 10 minutes is too much. So after each meal, go for a quick walk. If you have a dog, that's the perfect scenario. And you're also gonna have sun exposure, because most of you don't have sun exposure in the mornings, which is a hack that I haven't included here because it doesn't actually make you that much productive. However, it's a good one. So make sure you implement 5 minutes to 10 minutes in the 5 minutes. It's good. 5 minutes sun exposure in the morning every time you wake up. But if you haven't done it, this is a good chance to do it. Every time you eat, go for a walk with your dog or just for a sun exposure. It's actually gonna be very detrimental to you if you don't do it. Second is 800 calories. This is like a bowl of meal, a bowl of chicken with broccoli and some rice. Or this can be pasta, a small one, because pasta usually is like 1.2k calories, which is what I saw when I was researching for the video. But 800 calories, if you eat this, go for a 10-minute walk, and if you eat 1.2k and above. By the way, this is in red because you shouldn't do it. I did it yesterday. Even when I had a 25-minute walk, I didn't recover from it. I was sluggish again, but it does help. I mean, if you overeat, don't do it. But if you do, go for a walk, and it's gonna be, what is it? Like steaks and eggs and some bread. Yeah, that's probably 1.2k calories, or you get a Big Mac with cola and fries. Like the fucking children you are. So if you do eat it, you're gonna have to walk for 20 or more minutes. But just avoid it. I mean, avoid getting those kind of meals in your system, because you're gonna feel sluggish no matter if you include a walk or not. Next one is gonna be the column of benefits and downsides. So what happens if you don't have a walk? Higher stress levels. Why? Because you have a cortisol spike again when you eat, and this is post-meal. After you eat, you have a cortisol spike, and this is gonna impact your focus a lot. Sluggish digestion can cause bloating and discomfort, which is just distracting you from work. Have you ever just went to work but you have stomachache and you gotta shit 5 times before you actually go to your task and do it? That's because of the food that you ate, probably. So next one is unstable blood sugar, which can lead to energy crashes again and mood swings, which is of course not good if you wanna do work, right? And next one is feeling tired and sluggish. And this is because the body gives energy to digestion instead of work. Same thing with the fasting in the morning. You give the energy your body has to digest the food. So make sure you actually go for a walk, digest it there. It's going to be just faster. And I know that you're probably going to cope, yeah, but I gotta waste 5 minutes, and it's probably going to be 10 minutes before I actually put some clothes on and I go to a walk and I go back home. Yeah, but 10 minutes of a walk is going to give you 60 minutes of increased productivity if you didn't do it. So you can either spend 10 minutes on a walk or 10 minutes at work. But this work here, imagine there is some kind of work. Let's say this is work. If you work for 10 minutes here, this is going to be 1/10 or 1/6 of your actual productivity. But if you go for a walk for 10 minutes and you have, let's say you're going to work for an hour, you work for an hour here and you do 3 units of work and productive work. You go for a walk and you spend 10 minutes on walk. and you have 50 minutes left. But this 50 minutes, it's gonna be actually more productive, and you're gonna have not 3 but 5 or 10 units of work done. And this is what matters. It doesn't matter how many hours or minutes you work, it matters how many productive hours you have. Okay. And the next one is low productivity, because you have a reduced work performance due to energy dips and decreased concentration. Short walks, and this is 5 to 20 minutes. Again, this is not something that you can do in your day. By the way, millionaires do it, so don't fucking bullshit yourself that you shouldn't do it because you have to work. Okay. Lower stress levels. And this is because walking helps reduce cortisol, which is promoting the relaxation and focus. What did I just say? Lower stress levels, as walking helps reduce cortisol, promoting relaxation and focus. Next one is improved digestion, which is gonna be better digestion through gentle physical activity, reducing bloating and discomfort, which is good if you want to work after that. You have balanced blood sugar, and this will prevent energy crashes and will make you maintain your focus. And next one is feeling energetic, and this is a big one for me. Feeling energetic and alert, as walking aids in better energy utilization and circulation. I don't want to fucking tell you how pissed I am that I included those here, because I could have just said I feel energetic when I go for a walk, because when I go for a walk, I'm probably with my dog, and when I walk my dog, I get happy because I do have some exposure. I have my dog, and I just like seeing my dog run around. And yeah, it's just good. It makes me feel better after I have a walk, and I have more energy after it. And next one is improved productivity and improved work performance with better focused and sustained energy. So those are the 3 hacks that got me to $3,000 per month. Now for the final one, and this is the 4th one, which is a star, and I'm gonna make it a big one. This is not a big one, a big one. This is important. If you do this, you can skip all of those and still get the benefits. I'm gonna make it a little bit big. 4th one is, unfortunately, I don't have anything behind it, but yeah, you get it. It's the carnivore diet. And I know you expected a fancy answer or a fancy something. No, it's the carnivore diet, because carnivore diet, what it does is, even if you eat in the morning, you're not gonna be feeling sluggish. You're not gonna have energy dips. You're not gonna have reduced focus. All of the benefits that I included here and all of the downsides are gonna be just encapsulated into this here. Eat whenever you want. I mean, not every hour, because that's just going to be time that you eat. But you don't need to do all of those here if you just have a carnivore diet. I mean, no sugar. The carnivore diet doesn't have any sugar in it, because that's just meat, which is chicken. I've seen that people don't recommend chicken because it just has protein, and you do need a lot of fats if you're on the carnivore diet. But meat, all kinds of meats. I mean, fish is good as well. I think fish is acceptable. Potatoes, sweet potatoes, rice, maybe. I actually wouldn't recommend rice, but you can do it. It's not that big of a deal. But eggs, meat, and potatoes. Maybe some vegetables. That's it. If you do that, I'm not doing it. This doesn't work for me, because if I do it, my metabolism is pretty rough, and I'm probably gonna lose a lot of weight. I mean, you don't want to know how many kgs I am at the moment, but I'm training for a triathlon. After that, I'm probably gonna bulk up to 75. But if you do this one here, you don't need to worry about those ones, because you're gonna have all the benefits and not one single downside. But I've done it only for a week. I saw that I lost maybe 2 kilograms in 2 weeks, which was not good for me. So I haven't done it since then. But in the future, I'm also gonna do it if I bulk up. So that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you so much for actually watching it. Make sure you implement those. Don't just watch the video. I hate when I see people just watch the videos and don't implement a single thing from here. If it has to be not eating or only fasting in the morning, that's good. I mean, you don't need to cut off sugar. You're probably not gonna do it, because it's gonna be 3 habits that you need or don't need to do at once. you're not going to be prepared. So just implement one of the hacks or two of the hacks maybe. And I'm gonna, if you think that you're disciplined, I'm gonna give you the second hack. This is the most important one. If you quit sugar, that's gonna give you the most benefits. But start with the third hack. Have a walk every time you eat. And maybe after a month or two, when you get to develop a habit and you don't need to think about it, you just go to a walk. Go do a walk after you eat. Maybe come back to this video, watch it, and decide if you want to implement one of these two, or if you're the big boss, implement the fourth one and get on the carnivore diet. So that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you so much for actually watching it. I'm gonna see you next Tuesday. You can check out my Instagram below, in the description below, if you wanna connect with me on a more personal level. Thank you for watching. Bye.